I definitely went through a lot of growing pains on that show. And there were really hard moments for me towards my last season.
It was incredibly difficult.
On the latest episode of her Let's Be Clear with Shannen Doherty podcast, she spilled the beans on the personal stuff that played a part in her actions back then and, in the end, led to her leaving the Beverly Hills 90210 show after season 4. Shannen asked Jason Priestley to join her in reflecting on her unexpected exit from the popular teen series. Doherty copped to being a bit unprofessional on the set during her last days. She shared that it was mostly because of some rough patches in her marriage with then-husband Ashley Hamilton. She claims, and he's owned up to it later, that he was battling with drug addiction at the time. Alright, let's break it down step by step and start from the beginning. Shannen got her start in acting as a child, but it wasn't until her teen years that she starred in her biggest hits, like the movie Heathers or the iconic teen drama Beverly Hills 90210. Soon, rumor got out that Shannen was a diva and very difficult to work with.
So that is one of my most favorite moments, because I was already in way too much trouble on that show.
Could it have something to do with her whirlwind love life? The actress has been married 3 times, but before that, she had already taken part in 2 broken engagements. Her first one to health club owner Chris Faufus lasted 10 months before she shortly moved on to the second one, this time with Max Factor heir Dean J. Factor. The heir filed a restraining order against Doherty in May 1993. She threatened to shoot me, he said. I heard the chamber pulled back. At that point, I hastily exited the house through a back door. He also accused Shannen of trying to run him over with a car, throwing a log through a window to get into his house, and threatening and assaulting him verbally. Doherty's previous ex-fiancé even chimed in on the situation, saying, I could have predicted this before it happened. Things move along smoothly for a while, and then something snaps and she goes into another drive. Rage. Even if Shannen's engagements ended in such a disastrous way, she was able to move on quickly.
I think it was very easy for me to be in that mindset because I was fairly sheltered.
Only 6 months later, she married actor and singer Ashley Hamilton, whom she had only known for 2 weeks. At this point, Ashley and Shannen were only 19 and 22. The actress filed for divorce 5 months later. Now, in her podcast, the actress took a moment to reflect on that.
I was in a really horrible marriage, and there were things transpiring in that marriage that made it very hard for me to consistently be on time for work. And I know that that became a very big problem for the rest of you.
Even though she owned up to her actions, Doherty expressed a desire for producers to have had a frank conversation with her about her behavior before making the decision to write off her character, Brenda Walsh, from the show.
It wasn't anybody's responsibility but mine, but I certainly wish that I had been sort of set down and sort of looked at and said, listen, the end result is going to be this, the end result is you're going to get fired.
Jason Priestley shared that it was really tough for their buddies on set to get why Doherty was acting up unless she spilled the beans.
I wish that I would have known more about what was happening in your personal life at the time. I could have hopefully managed it with more compassion and more caring.
So what happened to the actress next? In 2002, the actress married poker player Rick Solomon. This marriage was also short-lived, since the pair had it annulled only 9 months later. Rick Solomon would go on to film an adult tape with Paris Hilton and marry Pamela Anderson, twice. After these short-lived engagements and marriages, Shannen didn't marry again for a long time, and many wondered if she ever would. That's when the love of her life, photographer Kurt Eiswerienko, came into her life. The couple met in 2008 when he was assigned a photographer for a magazine. At the time, Kurt was married to another actress, Taryn Band. After divorcing, Eiswerienko went on to date Doherty until the couple married in 2011. The beginning of the actress and photographer's relationship was broadcast in Doherty's short-lived reality show, Shannen Says. They even aired the wedding in the season finale. After marrying, the lovebirds' relationship continued to be happy, peaceful, and far apart from Shannen's drama-filled previous ones. However, in 2015, tragedy struck. The TV star was diagnosed with breast cancer.
It was so weird for me to be diagnosed and then somebody who was, seemingly healthy to go first. It was really like shocking.
One would think dealing with a deadly illness would have made it harder for the actress's marriage to work, but instead it brought Shannen and Kurt closer together. Doherty told People magazine, "Cancer solidified us. Kurt and I have a much deeper appreciation for each other."
My marriage was always strong, but it's made my marriage, 1,000 times stronger. I could not have gotten through this without my husband.
However, everything changed in late April 2023 when Doherty filed for divorce after 11 years of marriage. According to the divorce filing obtained by People magazine, the couple had been separated since January and cited the usual irreconcilable differences as a reason for their split. Shannen's representative released a statement about the situation, saying, "Divorce is the last thing Shannen wanted. Unfortunately, she felt she was left with no other option. You can contact Kurt's agent, as she is intimately involved." Kurt's agent is a woman named Collier Grimm, who founded a boutique artist management agency. Doherty's representative named both this woman and her place of work in the statement. The actress is requesting spousal support and also asks that Aizwarienko doesn't receive any. The couple reportedly didn't sign a prenup when they tied the knot. Before news of the divorce broke, Shannen had shared a message on Instagram that said, "The only people who deserve to be in your life are the ones who treat you with love, kindness, and total respect." Aizwarienko and his agent did not immediately return requests for comment. Meanwhile, sources told TMZ that Shannen was not well health-wise. The insiders described the split as very acrimonious, which makes things all the more difficult. What do you think happened to make everything turn around so quickly? Here at Rumour Juice, we hope the actress feels better and that she and her ex can go through the proceedings in the most painless way possible.